Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rukakudash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rakayer from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you with another late night lesson. All right, tonight's lesson is going to be based off of a conversation. A brief spiritual conversation I had earlier today with another Jake at the plantation. And I'm going to entitle tonight's lesson, Time is of the Essence. All right, time is of the essence. And, as I was speaking to Jake, he's been learning for a couple of months. In the spiritual realm, usually I see this guy maybe once or twice a week, for about 30 seconds to a minute. But today the Spirit had him stop me, and he just started opening up, and the conversation went, as we were chopping it up, he basically was saying how, he's been learning for a couple of months. He's been watching all the groups, and he's been wearing his fringes. He says he's been wearing his fringes every time he goes out. He tries to wear his fringes every time he goes out. But he feels like there's something more that he should be doing for the Lord. And he said, he sees the brothers out in the highways and byways, but he's scared right now to kind of go out there, because I don't know. I really forget the reason why he said he was scared, but he said he's kind of timid and scared to go out there right now, but he knows there's something more that he should be doing for the Lord. Basically tonight's lesson is going to be geared toward the brother I met earlier today, and any of you other, hopefully like Akim and Akwaf out there, or who may be in the same spirit, or of that same timid spirit, that same fearful spirit, to stand up for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua in these latter days. All right, right now, what you have to understand is that time is of the essence. All right, and especially for a man, all right, an able-bodied man of the nation of Israel. All right, time is of the essence to do the work of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. All right, this is how we show love to our power, by doing what he commanded us to do. And not only are we showing love to our power, but we're showing love to our people by going out and prophesying, by going out and rebuking, by going out and breaking down the scriptures properly. All right, this is how we do our due diligence. And this is how we store up the treasures, our treasures in heaven. All right, this is how we build faith. This is how we build experience, knowledge, understanding. All right, chiefly by going out and doing the work and standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. And right now, time is of the essence. Because as you can see, all right, there's getting ready to be a big push to get the Lord's prophets off the highways and byways and off the internet. All right, this ministry, this part of the ministry that we're currently in is transitioning. All right, and pretty soon, the things that we read about on a daily basis are going to become a reality. And the character building scriptures that we read on a daily basis are going to have to be applied in real time. We're transitioning from faith to faith as we speak. And right now, time is of the essence to do the work, especially if you're a man, an able-bodied man with the working knowledge of the scriptures of the nation of Israel. Time is of the essence. All right, the Lord said this in the book of Timothy. Bear with me while I get it. And excuse me if it seems like I'm out of breath. I'm walking up and down, getting ready to lay it down. But Let's get into it. All right. This is what the Lord said in 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. He said, "For the Heavenly Father have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." All right. The Lord didn't give us that spirit of fear. Ultimately, we have nothing to fear out in the highways and byways. All right. We have nothing to fear by doing the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. Our words can't be gainsaid nor resisted. We can't be confounded because we hold the counsel of the heavens. All right. The Lord, it's like a bubble out there with us every time we're on the highways and byways, man. The Lord protects his men. All right. The Lord sustains his men. All right. The Lord didn't give us that spirit of fear. There's nothing to be fearful about. Ultimately, when you fully understand the full spectrum of things, this world is getting ready to pass away. The people of this world are getting ready to pass away. So what are their thoughts and their opinions? All right. And what are the thoughts and opinions of the people on your job, the people that your family members, fuck, to be real frank with you, fuck them. All right. And that's just a straight skinny. Because at the end of the day, who really matters is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the brothers, this ministry. What really matters is pushing this work. Because this is what's going to get us the kingdom of heaven. This is what's going to issue in Yahushai's rulership, which is needful for which the whole world needs. And I know you know that. And this is how it starts. By the ministry, by putting the boots on the ground. Like the elder brother Jeremiah says from the Chicago camp. You know, them boots on the ground, man. By standing stiffly for the names and the doctrine of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, the Lord didn't give us that spirit of fear. That spirit of fear is of the flesh. All right, ultimately, you have to overcome that with the spirit, man. But understanding that the Lord has a bigger picture at hand. We're fighting for something bigger than us, bigger than what we can see right now. And not many men of our nation have been given this calling. And somebody got to do it. Why not you? The Lord called you, didn't he? But I had a couple of precepts lined up that I wanted to get into tonight. Geared toward, the conversation that I was having. Excuse me. Let's get this in John chapter 9 and verse 4. It says, "I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work." All right. Right now is daytime. All right. Right now it's a lot of work to do. All right, the scriptures say the labor is plenteous, but the laborers are few. All right, it's a lot of work to be done. And right now it's daytime. The Lord is providing us avenues to push his word. The highways and byways are, brothers is burning it down. The internet, brothers is tearing it up. Giving the Lord no rest, like it says in Isaiah, the 62nd chapter. All right, as those watchmen of the house of Israel, man, we giving the Lord no rest. On the highways and byways, through the internet, through the e-epistles. All right, some brothers is on TikTok, burning their ass down. You got brothers on the Instagram. You got brothers everywhere, man, pushing this truth. The sound doctrine. Right now it's daytime. But the night coming when no man can work. All right, and that's going to be the famine of the word. Pursuant to Amos, the 8th chapter and the 11th verse. All right, the famine of the word is speedily approaching us. All right, there is legislation being set in place as we speak. All right, to demonize our testimony and to shut down our avenues to push this truth. All right, to cut off quote unquote free speech. And this is something that we're seeing. I know you see it if you've been paying attention. All right. And the night is coming where no man can work. And that's why time is of the essence. Because When the Lord returns, you want to have it's like the brother in the camp says, he said it a few times while I was first coming in, and it really stuck with me. He said, when the Lord returns, you want to have your jersey wet. You want to have them. You want to have them put in work, done all you can do. So when that face to face with Yahweh Shai comes, you can say, Lord, I gave it my all. I gave it my all. I multiplied the talents that you gave me. I did all I can do. The spirit you gave me. That's the spirit. That's the spirit we want to meet Yahweh Shai with. Lord willing, we're counted as elect, man. We don't want to see Yahweh Shai and be like, damn, I would have did the work. Or I could have did the work. Or I should have did the work. And that day, that answer ain't going to fly. That's why time is of the essence. This world is wrapping up quickly. This kingdom is crumbling quickly. And right now, while it's still day, it's time to do the work. All right, you've received the calling. You've been studying. All right, you've been reading. It's not, you've been gaining in knowledge. It's not all for no reason. Don't let it be in vain. The Lord called you for a reason, so that you can put in work while it's still day. John 9:4 again. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. All right, which brings me to this in Matthew the 5th chapter. All right, because as lights of this world, we got to shine, man, so that men may see our good works and glorify our Father which is in heaven. As lights, it is a disservice for us to dim that light or to hide it. Brother, this world is not supposed to like you. As a light in a world full of darkness, we stand out. This world ain't supposed to like you. Your kinfolk, the people at the JOB, whoever it may be, they ain't supposed to like. They came against the Lord's testimony. All right, when He was on earth, how much more us? That ain't nothing to be fearful of, man. The Lord overcame it. The apostles overcame it. The men before us overcame it. They showed us it's able to be done. And there's a reward for standing stiffly, all right, and letting that light shine for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Matthew chapter 5. And we're going to start at verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set in the hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light up a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. And as watchmen, we supposed to be giving that light to our people, man. All right, keeping watch over our people, shining that light in the dark places so that they don't stumble. There's a Jake that passes by the camps every week. Every week, an older Benjamite Jake. And last week he said something very spiritual. He said, as he was passing by, keepers of truth, shalom. Lord willing, we're counted as the elect. We are the keepers of truth. And as keepers of truth, there's a responsibility behind that. To dish that truth out. To dish that light out. It's a responsibility behind that. Not too many people can keep this truth. Withstand this truth and be able to teach and dish it out accordingly, properly, sincerely. And time is of the essence, because pretty soon, all right, time is going to run out. And that talent that the Lord gave you, you laid it up in a napkin. And we know how that parable go. We know what the Lord going to say to those who hid that talent. Thou wicked and slothful servant. We want to hear, well done. Man. We want to hear, well done, thou faithful and good servant. from Yahweh Shai. We want to hear those words. But that comes from, you got to hop off the porch. You got to do the work. Because time is of the essence. All right. It says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. All right. And as we let our light shine, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, men see our good works and they glorify Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. The elect inquire. All right. And as they inquire, all right, as they answer that knock, all right, that the Lord is knocking at their door, all right, the Lord begins to sup with them, and they begin to be built up, and then they begin to build up the next brother until all the elect are sealed and we up out of here. All right, but I wanted to get this as well here in Romans the 14th chapter. All right, dealing with another question that he asked me regarding when to come out. This is Romans 14 and verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. All right, and you ultimately have to be fully persuaded in your own mind that this is the truth. You have to know what you worship. You have to be fully persuaded, all right, in your mind. And quite frankly, that's not going to come from watching all the Israelite groups. All right. Watching all the Israelite groups is only going to confuse you. That's why the precepts say this in Ephesians. Well, let me get this in 2 Timothy chapter 2. And 15 it says, study to shew thyself approved unto the heavenly Father, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, you need to study. All right, your chiefest priority in this truth right now is to study, to rightly divide this word. And upon studying, all right, the Spirit will sup with you, and you realize, all right, that the truth, the Lord is dealing, all right, with a particular group of men on this earth. Starting from my elders, apostles, a great millstone down. I'm gonna keep it straight real with you. But upon your studying, you'll see, all right, there's discrepancies in doctrines, all right, within the camps. There's discrepancies within the way men move and conduct themselves within these certain camps, all right, that doesn't necessarily resemble the fruits of the Spirit. Some camps don't teach what the MOTB is pursuant to Revelation 13 and 16, which is a chief prophecy in these latter days. Some men don't teach Jacob's trouble. Some men don't teach the names of the Heavenly Father as only begotten Son. And by watching these other Israelite groups, all the Israelite groups at once, it's only going to confuse you. But let's get this. In Ephesians chapter 4 and 14, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. But speaking the truth in love, may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Hamashiach. All right, and right now, you can't be tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. All right, you got to be rooted and established in the truth, in sound doctrine. This is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, for after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. All right. And upon your studying, all right, like it says in 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, you're supposed to be establishing a solid foundation in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And upon establishing that solid foundation, all right, the Spirit will hop on you to go out and to stand. But right now, since if you've been learning for a couple of months, you should be out. Like the elder Apostle Tahar says, man, if you've been learning for more than 6 months to a year, you should be out there. All right, even if you're not the chief, the best speaker, you're not the best orator. Go out and hold a sign, man. Go out and stand stiffly. Go out and read for the brothers. Do something, because time is of the essence. And while it's day, the Lord requires his men to work. If you want to eat in these latter days, you got to work now. Time is of the essence. All right, the Lord didn't give us that spirit of fear. We have nothing to fear by standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Shalom. Stay up.